ways of doing gradients. So let me just create a new page here. All right. So I want to find out where are gradients living. So we're going to go in here to elements first. And I have typed in background purple gradient transparent because I wanted it to go from purple to transparent. And then these showed up. So I did find some there. What I also want to do though is find out, is there somewhere where I get to create a gradient? And I don't know this. So if anyone does know it, that pops into the room, that would be cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Hang out with me and we'll explore together. Da 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 da. All right, I'm gonna add a couple pages here. Okay, so and then I want to see what these look like, right? So this is a gradient that goes looks from light to dark to light or transparent to yeah. So and then if I wanted to like add maybe a purple transparent or a green across the top, I'm just wondering, will this work? Sorta, sorta works. When you stretch it out like that, yeah. So now I've modified that. I would have to pull this down though to really, yeah. So I'm able to create some gradients by doing layers that are maybe not there. Oops. And now what happened there was when I pulled it over, it replaced the item before me. So I'm just going to do a Command Z, which undoes that replacement. And now I've got the two items. So now I am back where I want to be. I'm going to lock this one because I actually don't want it to move. So I'm going to, oops, edit. That was locking the whole thing. I didn't want to lock the whole thing. I just want to lock this layer. So let's go here and nope, there's no lock there. Go up here. There it is. The lock is up here in the upper right hand corner. And that's just locking that one element. So I've been able to create one with the green and the purple kind of put together. It's not exactly what I'm looking for as far as being able to create them. So let's also go into photos and see what we can find in here for gradients. Gradients. Okay, so you'll find some that you can find that are like photos. That looked like it was a blue. Yep. All right, now if we double tap, we can see, are there options to move that around? Not really. Oops, sorry. Oh, because it's taking up the whole size of it. That's why. Okay. Um, so there's some gradients there. Now let's go see if over here, styles. Are there gradients within styles? Styles give you a combination of like coloring and words. So if you chose like this one, it kind of gives you something to start with, your heading, your subheading, and your body. Um, and it does it in a color, and then you can change your color palettes. So applying a style is kind of nice. And recently used, so this is the one we're using now. And you can shuffle the style and it comes to different colors. So there's another couple things you can do with it. It's not really gradients. So I'm not really seeing gradients in the styles. I did put a gradient at the top, didn't I? Oh no, there's nowhere to search for that. So it doesn't look like they're in there. Photos had some gradients. Elements was the place that I had found the other gradients that we were using pieces of. So I'll just go, oops, just put in the word gradients. Okay. So you have different shapes that are gradient. You have kind of fun, a moving gradient. Let's flip that one. We'll flip it horizontally, pop it down here in the corner. So now we have flowing gradients. And because we can, may as well put another one over here in this corner. And we'll put playing with gradients in here for text. Let's go back over to, just going to change the size of my window here so that hopefully I can see a little bit more of the items. Oops, that didn't work. That definitely didn't work. Okay. There we go. About to there. Change the size of that. Nope, can't.
Cindy Lou, I just want to take a moment and welcome everybody inside the Canva Creator Circle room here inside Clubhouse. For those of you who are just joining us, you can click on the link above the moderators and actually watch live inside YouTube as Miss Cindy Lou is exploring Canva and checking out the new gradients inside there. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat here inside Clubhouse or also on YouTube. I am monitoring YouTube for any questions or comments. Back to you, Cindy Lou.
That's a moving gradient. Ooh, that might be a little bit overwhelming. I was looking at this for LinkedIn graphics for the banners, and I was just going to do a banner, and then I realized, no, I want to find gradients. Okay, so it looks like there's gradient elements, and there's also, so gradient background, we're going to put that here for in elements, and we're going to go purple to pink. Let's see what comes up. So there you go. And this way here you can kind of see, and different ones are in different directions. I don't want a spider. Really finding purple to pink that I want. But you can scroll on down through and see what you find. This is kind of a pink to purple. And if you wanted the purple on the other side and the pink over here, it does allow you to flip it either horizontally, or you can also flip vertically, which doesn't show much in that one as far as the vertical. Let's find one that would show for the vertical. Let's go with something like this. Okay, so we're going to flip this one vertically, and you will see. So now you've got it going the other direction. So, okay, so now I'm going to go down to one last place of exploring gradients. I'm going to go down to the More section. And in the More section, we have all of the different access to little apps and things that work and integrate with. Okay, so here's our gradients. And what I'm curious is if we have, okay, so we put in that color. All right, those are not really bringing in the gradients. So what I really want to do is be able to bring in and create my own gradient, which I'm not sure we can do. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Photo colors. All right, I'm going to start a new a new window in here. So I'm going to go and create a new one. So let me go to Canva here. And in here, in the search, since we're creating gradients. Searching for creating gradients. Let's see what we find. As many templates. Let's go into education. So there's some more gradients that you can find, some that are already in use, and you could modify those and use them. We're going to go into the education part. Hello. Not what we want. I'm good. How are you? Hey, have you ever created
I'm
your
out there. I hear you talking about gradients. I'm sitting back and I'm watching and I'm like trying to figure out what you searching for. Maybe I can assist.
Yeah, so have you ever created your own gradients?
I did. I did it with puffs of smoke.
Yeah, I was wanting to find a place where I could have I could adjust it myself.
I created them for a flyer I did for Easter, and I used with a big puff of smoke, and then I used a haze over top of it, so it looks like it's.
Haze.
But if you actually go, like it's just a haze, it's a clear haze.
Okay, so let me.
Go under elements and type in gradient.
Yeah.
Whatever color type of gradient you want.
We've done that.
Okay.
I want the ability to adjust it, which probably may not be something that we can do.
Yeah, that's why I said I've made my own. I've done them with puffs of smoke.
Yeah, so you've done something where you've taken an element. See, I looked at gradient backgrounds. There's a lot in here. But sometimes I want to adjust the colors.
Like make it bolder, I assume?
Change the color. Change this purple to maybe a darker purple, or change it to green, but leave this pink. Like I like this pink, but I want this purple to become green.
You want the purple to become green?
Yeah.
So go to, let me open our page.
So here we go. Photo. But those are the photo colors. It doesn't actually adjust the gradient. I know what I want to do, and I don't see that we can do that in Canva. I was thinking it might be in one of those add-ons. So that's where I was going. And then I thought maybe they had something in their learned area. Design school. Let's see if the design school has anything in there for creating gradients. Can we search their design school? We're exploring live on my main. I don't see where we can explore them. Oops, I'm not logged in. Why am I not logged in? Is the design school separate, or is the same login, right?
It's the same information. You should be able to, you should have to go through all it.
Yeah. Learn.
I just use you should be able to say what says learn and play. All that's the design school. Depends on what you're looking for. Like you see your left hand side of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
Most of that's in there as well. So you're looking to build gradients,
Mm-hmm.
right?
But I don't wanna look in my templates or my projects. I wanna look in the education. Shouldn't be this difficult to get to the education area and be able to look it up. That's what I'm feeling. It's a feeling, it's not
Well,
true.
they don't specialize in showing you how to make green. You gotta find an actual YouTuber that's gonna show you how to make them. I know that part. But in like, yeah, and ingredients, I've just made my own. I've taken things like puffs of smoke, and that was what did it for me. And then I just added stuff to make it blend. Like because we have like such unique and very strong business colors, that's the best thing I could say to do. Or just use like paint 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 lines, I think it's called. You use paint lines and you thin them, you darken it, or you make it intense or lighten it out, fade it out, however you see fit to do what you need. I'm big for those.
Alrighty. Well, we wanna thank you all for coming today.
You gave up that quickly, Cindy Lou. Or you can do um, one of the grids and fades and stuff. Like I don't let these things try their best to be. But try puffs of smoke.
I'm exploring, I'm not really wanting to design something. I'm wanting to find where stuff is.
Smoke is my biggest thing.
So hue and stripe. So this is a access to this types of service. I'm not sure what they do. I guess you have to have a hue and stripe account in order to go to Canva. Okay, so what is it? What is this hue and stripe? Tool for image consultants, professional wardrobes. Okay, yeah, not what I'm looking for. So that's not one. But I thought with the hues, maybe that was, but no. But no. Okay. So, yeah, we have all these demonstrations of different kinds of um, gradients, and I did combine a couple to make my own gradient to kind of add some together. So I'll do a little more of that. Here we have this. I'm going to actually delete that background color. I'm going to go over back here into elements, and we're going to start with gradient purple. Okay, we'll find some purple gradients and bring those in first. I want purple to transparent. And the reason I want that is so that I can add another gradient of my own. So here we go. Add that in as the background. Pull it up because I want the darker to be the main thing. Maybe not quite that dark. Pull it down a little bit so we've got a little more gradient happening here. And then we're going to go grab another color. And I'm going to turn it with the arrows that allow me to turn it. There we go. Pull that on over to this side, and then you can pull it out. And as you pull it out, it does adjust the gradient to where you're filling. And then if you wanted to add a green one on the other side, then you could go ahead and find some green. Go with this one. And again, we're going to turn it 90 degrees. Pop it on up here in the corner. Pull that on down. And then pull it on out. So that is how you will have to build them in Canva. Now we can pull that over, and you've got a gradient that you've built out your very own self. Ta-da-da-da. You like it? Yeah. So there you go. That I'd say would be the best way to do the gradients. And then on this one, you're noticing I'm having to kind of like play with it so that I don't see that drastic line between them. And I may even take this one down just a tiny little bit so that that blend line is better there in the middle and pretty much almost gone. Not 100% gone though. So the other thing you could do is pull it all the way over so it covers the entire thing, and then your blend line is going to be a little bit more. Okay, so now what it did, again, when I did that, it took the background and the purple out, so we're going to undo that. Now, I don't want quite so much of that blue there. So I don't want it to go across as far, which is why, oops, undo. So I'm going to actually pull it over by going that route with it. Yeah, it's still, I can still see a tiny little line. I really can't see much. I mean, it's just barely there. So I wonder if the other thing would be to put it behind. Position backward. Oh, it's already in the back. So I shouldn't be seeing that line. Oh, there we go. That is where I would probably have that one go. Now, if I wanted this stronger purple here in the middle, you could add another one back in. Let's see. Go out of the magic recommendations, go back in here. Let's see if we can find a purple that's a circle gradient out to nothing. I'm just curious if they've got any like that. Yeah, here we go. Don't think that's quite going to be what I want to do. Nope, I don't like that one. Don't like that one. That's closer. There we go. Oops, that's trying to fill it into those other ones. So it's not what I want to do. So I'm going to undo. And I'm just going to click on it once and it brings it over as its own little thing. And then we're going to enlarge it and position it in the middle. So there you go. Different ways to build your own gradients. Have fun, y'all. And we're going to go position backward. Yep. There we go. Da 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 da. All right. And if anybody wants to pop over into the Clubhouse room, you can absolutely do that. And we'll just have a conversation about Canva and see if anybody needs any help, assistance, or would like to have any fun things that they're doing. So I want to thank you for being a part of another demonstration of exploring Canva to see what's there. Because we never know if we don't check it out and look on through. Bye bye, y'all. Till next week. Da 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 da.